to job requisition directly creation. So example, as a manager, I have one position, like I have one opening. Okay. So what I'll do, they will directly open the org chart, and from there only they will create a position. Like they, from there only they will create one new job position, because this manager does not have any recruitment option. So he or she can directly initiate, or they can directly create a job position from their org chart. So example, let me go to this org chart. So here we have a position org chart. So here I have one position, like whatever the position you have, like example, some account executive position is there. So in this account position, so I can directly create a new job requisition. So once you click on this job position, click on these three dots, and there is an option called create job requisition. So once you click on this create job requisition, like here, you have to select which job requisition template you have to select it, because there are many job requisitions are available. So in this, which job requisition you're looking for? So example, I'm looking some standard job requisition only, and there is a number of openings. It's already one, because while creating this position only, they have decided how many openings in this position. So click on create it. Okay, so there is some error also, because there is no data mapping between these two, like job requisition and position management. So likewise, so if you want, how this system is going to pick this job requisition, example, you added one more job requisition, that job requisition should appear here. Okay, to effectively work this, so let me take any other job requisition and try to create it. Okay, so the requisition cannot be created. Creation of pay details, successful exception. Go to another OData object, but the job requisition, the object has no field with this user. Okay, so there is an integration issue. Let me take another job requisition or position. We'll try to create it. So like whenever you want to create a new job requisition from your org chart, we have to integrate. First, we have to make some changes. So now this, in this demo system, we already have an integration between position to job requisition template, like how this template is picking. So for this, so now how to create a integration between position management with the job requisition. So first, what we will do, first we have to know how to create a new position. Okay? How to create new position. To create new position, first we have to create a new position, and then we have to map that position with your job requisition template. Example, in position, when I open my position, here we have a company name, department, division, this data. So the same way, in opposite side of job requisition template also, we have a department, division, location, these fields. So now whatever the department I have mentioned, so let me take position fields, and job rec fields. Here we have a position fields. Example, company, here we'll call company name, and here in job requisition maybe we'll call legal entity name. So here you have a division, and same way here also we have a division. Department also we have, and department also we have. Okay, so here we are using company name something IBM. So same, make sure whatever the data we maintained in position template, the same data will flow to your job requisition template. Okay, and also make sure whatever the active position, like job requisitions are there in your system, those job requisition templates should appear here. So whenever any manager creating any job requisition, they have to choose this job requisition. So now first I'll create a position, then we will map the position template with your job requisition template. Okay, so this is all about entire process. To create new position, we will go to manage position. So this is actually a employee central consultant, but even though I'm trying to add this information also. So sometimes they are asking RCM consultant to create these positions. Okay, since it's part of VC, but no problem. It's just one more additional option to learn how to create a position. So when integration comes like position management with job requisition template, so the time you should know about these positions also, how this position works and all. Okay, to create a new position, go to manage positions and create new. So here we have a position. So once you select this position, enter the job code or job title. So suppose if you want to create any already existing job code, so example we have already RCM consultant. Okay, so I want to create one more position for RCM consultant. Okay, I'm selecting this. Or else if you want to create a new job code, you already know that how to create the job code. Go to manage org page job structure, and there we create a job code, and again you come and pick that value and change reason. So what is the reason is like new position, you can select it. What is the position of this? And the job title and position title is already taken, and position code title, position description is not required. It's a mass position. So mass position means like sometimes there are mass openings for one particular job. So maybe like we need some 50 consultant, 100 consultant, like that. So this is not a mass consultant, mass position. Okay, and FTE. So FTE is nothing but how many positions. Okay, so this FTE full form is full time employee. We call this full time employee. Okay, how many employees we need? Full-time employees, like how many FTEs? Full-time employee, full-time equivalent we call full-time employee. So here we have, let me take some two positions. Okay, and is this a critical position? No, it's not a critical position. This is uh, non-critical. So when we will call this critical position? So have you heard about any skill? Like there is no skilled person for that particular application or particular job. So those things like not critical. Like niche skill we call it as not critical. It means there are many people or skilled people in the market. If it is critical means we will mention critical. Likewise. The employee class, you can select whatever the employee class you have. You can select pay grades also. If you want to select any pay grades, you can select it. But you no need to maintain here, and status should be active or inactive and regular or temporary. So whether is a contract hire or regular type of job. Okay, and then here we have to collect organization information. So whatever the organization information you collected here, so the same data will map to your job application template. So here I'll select some organization information based on, let me select some corporate. There is no department for this. Okay, human resources, and the location you can select it. And is there any cost center also, you can select that. HRIT. Okay. And the matrix manager, like who is the responsible person for this? So if you want, if you can mention the relationship also, like HR manager is going to get the notification and the position also. So which position it's like, is there any already existing position? You can link that as your parent position, like accounts executive, likewise. So we just created a new position. So the new position code is 3001059. So you can now go back to your org chart. And enter the new job code 1003059. What is it? 0 So this position we created just before. Click on this. Now I want to create a job requisition here. Yeah. So we just created the job requisition, but we have not yet created this. Okay. So once you create the position, then how to map with your job requisition? To map position management with your job requisition template, there is an option called position management settings. So position management settings. So once you open this position management settings, here we have a integration. So integration here, you can see rise events when position is like no, like recruiting management. So under this is recruiting management, use recruiting management integration, yes or no. Yes, we have to select yes. And then rule for, so to integrate this RCM to like job requisition to position management, we have to write two business rules. We have to create two business rules. So rules is nothing but the logics we have to create between two systems. Okay. The first rule we have to create to pick the job requisition, like if the job company is equal to some IBM India, then pick job requisition, standard job requisition. So that rule we have to create. So let me open this business rule here. So there is already one business rule is available here, but in this, if you want, you can modify the settings. So click on this show rule, and before that I'll give you some overview about this business rules. So what is the use of this business rules? So in SuccessFactors system we have some business rules. We used to using these business rules we can create some logics. If my employee ID is equal to some 123, so when we will use, normally in business rules to give some conditions. Example, employee belongs like there are two locations. Okay, Bangalore and Hyderabad. Okay, and departments, two departments. Okay, sales and marketing. When the department, when I select, like, user, there is option called departments. When we select sales department, okay, so make sure the location is automatically pop up is Bangalore. When I select marketing, location should be Hyderabad. Like, to complete this requirement, we have to create one logic. Okay, so what you will do, if department equal to sales, then set location is Bangalore. If the department is equal to marketing, then set Hyderabad. So like this, we have some statements like if statement, then else, add else, or and statements we have in business rules. So based on the requirement and based on the scenario, we are going to use this business rule, like logics here. You can see here, logics we use this. So here we are creating one business rule to pick the data from your job requisition template to position management, or position management to job requisition template. Okay, so here the rule name is get requisition template. Okay, so in first rule we are going to configure to pick the job requisition template. Whatever the job requisition you have created in your system, make sure that job requisition is working properly. Okay, to do that, first you go to this. So here we already one rule is there. So you click on this insert new record and make the modifications. Okay, so here it's saying that, the rule name here, if the position company is not equal to null, it means if the position company is 0, it means null means is nothing here, nothing in that. Then set recruiting integration parameter job requisition template to be equal to standard job requisition. Else, set recruiting parameter job requisition template to be equal to basic job requisition. Okay. So first, before creating that, first you have to know how many job requisitions are active in your system, so that you can pick correct job requisition template name in the business rule. Okay. So in this rule, I could see only two job requisition template, standard job requisition template and basic job requisition template. So as I see in the job requisition page, there are many other job requisitions also. So let me go to manage templates. First I'll check how many job requisitions are active. Go to recruiting job requisition. So here we have a basic job active and CP job requisition is active, and some IT job requisition, some other job requisition also active. Okay. So now I want to add some other job requisition also. Like I want to add this CP job requisition in your business role. Okay. To add this again, we'll create one more rule here, one more logic. So there is, so if the standard job requisition, it's going to pick this, and the other job requisition also is there. Now I'm going to add one more line here, else set. So recruiting parameters, just go down here. We have a recruiting parameters job requisition template to be equal to text. So what is the text? I have copied already my text, that is CP job requisition, and you update it, and finally save. So likewise, how many, whatever the job requisitions you have, you copy paste here, like so. Like there are other job requisitions also. We have one more job requisition, that is IT job requisition also is active. So I want to use this job requisition also. To use that, you can use here. So you can make 10 or else, or you can create all in one line also. That is not a problem. So let me add that one also. So here's some little complicated with business rules, but no problem if you practice one or two, and I'll give you few more examples. You're able to understand this. Okay. So you can add else also. Add else also you can add. Okay. If you want, or else you can remove this add else as well. Okay. So here I'm going to add one more line. Add above. Same way I'm going to add it for that another job requisition template. Just go down. Application template, position, and save like this. Okay. So this is the first rule. So in first rule we are going to create the, in first rule we are using to pick the job requisition template. Okay. So then go for the second rule. So in second rule, here we have a second rule. So in second rule, we are going to map the fields between position template and job requisition template. Okay. So example, in position template, we have some fields, like in position we are calling as position code. In job requisition template, we call it as job code. Okay. Information same in here and there. Here and there, both side we will use the same data, but in when it comes to position, we will call it as position code. But when it comes to job requisition, we will call it a job requisition code. So likewise, so whatever the data we updated in position management template, the same data will should map to your job requisition template. To effectively map that, we are going to create a field mapping rule. Actually, this is for field mapping tool. Open this field mapping tool. Okay. So in this field mapping tool, again we have to select which job requisition template you are using first. So first we have to list out all the job requisition template. Example, if the client using standard job requisition, make sure the fields are mapping from position template to job requisition template. If they are using basic job requisition, so same way you should map the data. Suppose if you are using only standard job requisition, you are not mentioned this basic job requisition means, again it will not map the proper data mapping. Okay. So first we have to map this all the data here. So in if statement, we will mention all the job requisition templates, like if recruiting integration parameter job requisition template to be equal to text, standard or basic, like just list out all the job requisition template, whatever the job requisitions are active in your system. Okay. So example, I have one more also, like IT job requisition is here. So let me add that also here. So I'll create one more expression here. So here I'm going to create insert operator here. Select same way. Recruiting position parameters to be equal to this recruiting, just expand this recruiting job requisition template to be equal to text. So IT job requisition. So I have added one more job requisition, and in then statement we are going to map the fields. You can see create position requisition mapping field mapping, like here requisition field, what we call in requisition template and what we updated in position management. So it first one is for position side, like requisition side, and the second one is
Raj,
yes.
what is the text? Is it the like data type? This one, yeah, is equal to recruiting integration parameter job requisition template is equal to text, then IT requisition, right? So is it like text means text is the data type we are going to use?
No, 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 no. It's not a data type actually. It's recruiting parameter is equal to text means what is the text means the title of the requisition. The title of the requisition. Okay. So in
Okay, so
first
that is a text format. So we have mentioned it in text.
text. So here we are not considering any text or something. So text is means
Mhm.
like the code of the job requisition template. While creating the job requisition, we will give the requisition template name. So that name it will take. Yes, of course, is the text. So that we are selecting text.
Okay, so when to choose any there are many
No, no,
options,
no.
right? It's the
Here
quickest
in
thing.
first rule, every time you have to choose text only because it's not a data type actually. What we are telling the system that recruiting integration for job description template is equal to like value text. We are saying that standard
Okay.
job description text. Okay. We are clearly telling like we are just it's kind of programming only. So we are just adding some
Mhm.
logic to the system where the system can able to filter. So based on the text, the system is going to pick the template.
Okay. Just a bit confusing, you know. So could you please like explain the rule like in detail? Uh, I'm not able to get it.
Yes, okay. So this in success factor we have business rules. We have some standard business rules delivered by SAP, or else we can create our own custom rules also. Okay. So why we use these business rules to map or to give some conditions to any of the page. But only for RCM we have some many rules in onboarding or EC and other areas also. So using these rules, we are going to uh, create one logic. So in this logic, what we are trying to do, we have to send the data from your position management to your job description template. Okay. To do that, we are created two rules. One in first rule, we are trying to give the condition whatever the job description template like active templates in your recruiting system, make sure that job description templates are picking properly into your position chart, arc chart. So that is in first rule. In second rule, we are going to map the fields between your position template to your job requisition template. So example, here we have a job code and here also position code. So you want to map the fields. So in this rule we are giving some condition. Okay. Same way we can create any condition in other areas also. So next we have some recruiting rules like business rules in recruiting. So what where we will create so example, there is one offer letter template. So in this offer letter template, there are some conditions. If the salary above 3 lakhs, okay, there are some different calculations like uh, tax structure and other structures will get changed automatically. So that time we have to create one logic. If the candidate salary is equal to 3 lakhs, then set base salary is 10% and tax is 18%. Some other PDF like PF is like some 2000 like this. We have to give some conditions. So that time also we are using this. Okay. So using these business rules, we can give some conditions. What type of conditions give? We can give. So I told you, I already mentioned here how many conditions we have. So first thing, where is that area here? If, then, else, add else. or and so either these statements you can give using this business rules. Still you have you confused?
And no, particularly, excuse me. Here, what you have mentioned that rule, I just wanted to know, like if the template is going to be standard job requisition, then that rule I wanted to understand.
This one.
Yes, yes.
Okay. Okay. First, in if statement, we will maintain all the like job requisition template. What are the active job requisitions or requisition templates? Okay. So how the system is going to pick based on the text. Okay. Based on the text, we are saying that recruiting parameter job requisition template is equal to text is standard job description. And I'll tell you one thing, don't compare your data type with this rule, this text. This text is different and that is totally different.
Okay.
Yeah. So again, if you like, that is totally different scenario and this is totally different process. Okay. So here giving the here we are making the understand to system. If the text is standard job requisition, it should pick. Okay. When it comes to recruiting parameters to job requisition template, here clearly mentioning when the integration happening between position to requisition template. So make sure which template you want to take, like basic job requisition. Okay. So once in if statement, we will maintain all the requisition templates and then we go to then statement. So in this then statement, you're going to create a field mappings. Here we will go to field mapping. So in this field mapping, we will update which field you want to map with another field. So let's take here. So I'll open any job requisition. In this job requisition, we have some custom field. So example here, I'll take one basic job requisition. So here you have some custom fields. So in this custom field, I want to capture the data from position template. So example here you have some employee data field. Like here you have a employee date field. So this is a date field. Okay. Or I have some other pick list values also. Or salary type. So here I have one salary type text field in basic job requisition. So in same way in this side, in position management side, let me go to manage positions. Manage position. So in this position side, we also have one custom field or any text field. So here I'll select position. I'll open my job position 59. Okay. So here I have some text field same way. Like there we have a salary type. Okay. Same way I need one more field here. So let me quickly add that field. So example I have same salary type field here and also in job requisition also. Okay. Whenever I update any data here, make sure the same data will flow to your job requisition template. Okay. To effectively map this, first there is no field here. Okay, now my client asking me to create a field in position template and map these two fields from here to there. Okay, whenever you maintain any data in position template, make sure the same data will apply applicable there. Okay, so okay, example here we have some recruiter field and here we have a salary type field. So seems both text field only. So here also we have a text field and there also we have a text field. So now you don't need to create any new field. So I'll maintain some data here. Okay, sorry, this is not a text field actually. This is user field. Okay, this is user field, not required. Okay, first I'll create one custom field here in this position template. Okay, let me go to manage, create a custom field. I'll go to configure object definition in position management. So because my client asking me to map the data from your position to your job requisition template. So there is a salary type. This is a custom field with a text type. But when I checked in position management, that field is not available. So again, what I'll do, I'll create one field there. First, I'll create that field and then I'll map it accordingly. So click on select position. Like normally in real time, if the position field is not available, we will directly request employee central consultant to create a field. But here I'm just adding only additional step, just to make you understand. So normally, suppose we have this salary type field, but when I checked in position management, there is no salary type field. So that time what we will do, we will directly uh, connect with the employee central consultant, and will ask them to provide that field. Sorry guys. Okay, so now I'm trying to create one new field here. Okay, so if you are
One
aware of,
second, Raz.
yeah.
So, is it necessary that all the fields in the job requisition should be present in position management? If it is not present, then we have to either create or we have to request to the EC consultant to make it available in position, right?
Yes, if the mandatory fields, like it doesn't mean that, like, no, there are many fields in your position template. It doesn't mean that we have to map each and everything and make sure all the fields are available. No, it's not exactly required. So mainly we will map, like, your organization information and your any additional field information, and who is a manager and who is a recruiter for that position. Only this basic fields we will map from position to job requisitions. It's not mandatory to have all the fields in here and there. And
Okay, so
also,
let's say we one field is in a position, but that is not in the job requisition.
yes, that time you have to add in job requisition template.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay,
Whenever you map any field, make sure both the side fields are available. Example, let's say like here, the salary type is available in your job description template, that is not there in your position template. So that I'm adding one additional custom field. Same way, there is a date field, like employee date field available in position management, but here that field is not available. Okay. Then we have to add that custom field here also. Okay,
okay,
and
okay,
make sure both the data types are same. So if you are
right.
using like string here, and make sure they are also string.
Okay,
So then only the data will map effectively. Otherwise, we will face a lot of errors. Okay.
okay.
So since my job salary type is available in job description template, but the same data field is not available in position management, now I'm trying to add a new field here. So I'll select first underscore salary type. Here I'll give some 100 characters up to, and the string, the same data type is here also. So here we have a text, and in EC we can call as string. So don't search for text here. So here string is nothing but text only. String, and enter the default label here. Just go down. Here we have a label, and enter salary type here also. I'm selecting cust underscore salary type. Click on done, and finally save this. This is just additional task of your EC. But for this one simple process, every time you have to reach out to your employee central consultant, uh, and we have to understand whether that field is there or not. Okay. So once you added this field, now again go back to your uh, field mapping rule. Okay. So now both the side we have a fields. Here we have a custom salary type, and here also we have a salary type. So in this rule we have to include that field. Whatever the field we just added, so we have to create a mapping between these two fields. We just created only fields, but we have not connected these two. To connect these two, again you go to this rule, and you click on this page, add another line, add expression above or below. Wherever you want, you can add it, no issues. Okay. So here we have to add a field called create field. Okay. Position relationship management, position requisition mapping, field mapping. Okay. So in requisition field, so here we have to select text. What is the text we are using? Make sure we are entering correct data type, like field type, data type, and also we are copying correct ID, field ID. If you are mapping, suppose if you are mapping some different one, again it will not map properly. So whatever the field ID you have maintained in requisition, copy this and paste it. Okay. Then click on this plus icon, and here you have to select field value. So this is for position side field. So in position side we are calling first salary type. Here this field ID you have to copy here. So we have did the mapping. So what we did, so in requisition field is salary type, and position, the second one is position field is first salary type, and save. So we have done this one, and also I'll check that position as well. So now I'll go to manage position, and I'll update the data for the salary type, because we just created the position field, but we have not yet added any data. 3001059. Where is that field? Right. Let me log out and relog in.
Ras,
Yes, Philip.
no, I'm not able to see your screen. If you don't mind, can you please unshare and share it again?
Okay. So now you can check for me. I just reshared the screen.
Still not able to see. Maybe I have some network issues, I guess.
Check. Yeah. Because of that also.
Okay.
00105. Where is that field is? Let me quickly check that field. It's not yet updated here. I'll check whether I see or not. But the procedure is like this only. So whenever we have a two different fields in position template and job application template, first you add it and then you map it in business rule. This one will add it. Everything is fine, no issue with that.
Raj,
Yeah, Murli.
for that any field permissions we have to give? So that
Normally we don't have any field formation. Already we have field formations. Employee views is already there.
Okay.
By default, we will get some field formations we already given. These fields are already available. Effective dated entries also I'll check. Here you no need of any field permission actually. So by default we given position management permissions already. So you no need to have any field permission.
So while creating the job requisition, the permission has already given to that field, right? So no need to give permission while creating it in position.
No need, because this is already like while like when there is a manage position option is active, like when there is a manage position field is available in your system, it means we have already all the permissions from employee central consultant. Okay. If you are unable to access that manage position option, then you can reach out to your employee central consultant or check any permissions are missing. So most of the time we never add any fields like this. So in RCM also, like unless you have you are aware of it, or unless nobody no EC consultant. Okay. When there is no EC consultant, we will go to this page and we will add it. But our work is mainly the integration part, how this integration works between these two systems. For this we have to create only the rule, like one rule for template to pick the template, and the second rule for map the fields from here and there. Okay, so I hope you understand these rules. So first rule we are using to pick the template, second rule we are using to map the fields between source and destination. So here the source is position manage template, and the destination your job description template. So that field is not yet updated, so it will take some time. So now let me go back to org chart and we will try to initiate a position org chart job creation process. So here also we are getting some error. I'll check that error again and we will first fix that as well. So create a job application. Now you can see whatever the positions we have added, so those positions are available based on the permissions. Okay, so I'll select basic job description. I'll create it with some date, future dated or something. Create. Okay, so now new job description is created from here. So you can check the position job description code also here. Job description details. And here job description code is 510559. Job description information is 510559. You can directly go back to your recruiting system and you can check the new job application is created or not. So before that we have to check who is the recruiter and other information also. So what is the job application we created? This one, it's a pre-approved one. Normally whenever you create any job description from your position, it's a pre-approved. Let me check here. HRIT is given, but we have not given the recruiter. So let me give one particular recruiter here, and again I'll recreate it the same job requisition, because it's a pre-approved directly. I don't want to pre-approve. I'm giving recruiter as Tessa, and again we will recreate it. Tessa Walker is a recruiter. So again I'll go to org chart. And you can select any position. It doesn't mean that you have to go to that position only. Whatever the position you want, you can create it, or you can initiate the data. Org chart. and I'll select the position org chart, and I'll select because from our position is clear, like from again we cannot create one more position for the same position because we already created and initiated. So if you want to create again, make sure that position is completed or closed or deleted. So then only we can recreate one more job requisition. See, the job requisition is already created here, so it's not possible to create again. So if you want to create again, you have to create a code or something. So if you want to create, you can create it, or else I'll use some different position. I don't want to delete this. I'll use any other job requisition. I'll check this account executive. If there is no position, you can create it. Create job requisition. So here I'm selecting standard job requisition. Create. Okay. So here OData object is some error is coming. Let me take this. We have some issue here. Everything is correct. Only some OData is not properly mapped. So some data mapping is missing. So some external code and some data mapping is missing. So that is the reason it's saying that. So let me take some future dated job requisition and we will create it. Okay. So this error because in data mapping field there is some mismatch, like data type is mismatch. So again that I have to check here and there. I have to open the second business rule. So in this business rule I have to check both the templates. In position template and job description template I have to check one by one field mapping. So someone so like there is one field is not mapped properly, like data type is mismatch. Maybe some date field in job description template. So here maybe in rule they selected some string field. Okay. So that is the reason it's not mapping the data. But for future dated work, future dated entries, it's working. Okay. So now let me proxy as Tessa, because Tessa Walker is a recruiter for this. Before that, I'll check job description info here. Okay, here we have a 5M05608, this one, but I think there may be the next job description code is 49 or 3944 is there. We will check. Go to Tessa Walker because Tessa Walker is a recruiter for this job description. So we are checking. So check in recruiting approvals. So the latest one is 2934. I'll check the latest 2934 or which one. Yes, the latest one is this one. Let me check. You can directly approve this, send it to next step. There is some location create. Here you can see the data is not properly mapped from your position management to job description details because there is one data type is missing. So that is the reason. So you can see otherwise whatever the data we maintained in your positions, like here I maintained like Western corporate human resource. So these fields, this data should map to your job description template also. But here even I maintain this location data also, but that information also not mapped here. So again I have to check all the rules one by one. But you guys understand the concept, right? Like how this field mapping, like how that business rules are. So again I'll create one more. Again I'll take one more session on that business rules during your recruiting business rules creation. So for now you just try to understand what type of fields you are using to integrate position with your job description template. And this is very important in interview also, and this is very added advantage also. And in interview, if you don't know about this position management and job description integration, so most of the time they'll reject also, because it's a mandatory for all RCM consultant to know this. Okay, so this is how you can. So I just approved, and the job description is open. So this is the data between your job requisition template and org chart. Okay. So here is very simple. Even in interview also, you can just simply select, do you have any experience in position management to job requisition integration? Yes, you have. Just to integrate this, we have to create two rules, two business rules. So in first rule, we will create the rule conditions where we can pick the active job requisition templates. In second rule, we are going to map the fields between position template to job requisition template. And first we create these two rules and then assign these rules in position management settings. So go to position management settings, select integration, and there we have to assign these two rules, whatever the rules you created. Okay, so that's all. And then you go to org chart and select the position which you want to create and create a new job requisition template. So once you create that, proxy as that job recruiter, whoever is the recruiter for that job requisition, proxy that recruiter and check whether the requisition is created or not. So this is all about position management integration with job requisition template. If you have any doubt, confusion, please let me know. So for this, I have to review that all entire rule. So now, and also this field is not yet created. I will relog in once again, and also let me do some more data refresh quickly.
So Raj, whenever we are creating a new job, in position, so no need to assign any to route map.
Route map is already there, like route map only, based on that route map only it will work. Like standard job, if you're selecting standard job requisition template, and
Okay.
the route map is already there. So based on that, so once, like as a manager, once you create the job requisition from your org chart, the respective user, like whoever is part of the route map, he or she will get a notification. Like recruiter will get notification and hiring manager also will get notification.
Okay.
Yeah. So here also we have a route map option. So there is
Sir,
no. Yeah.
the same person is creating the position under him. How roadmap will work?
For the same position.
Uh, for the same, for example, hiring manager having the one vacancy under him. He is creating the one position under him. Then roadmap how it will work?
So roadmap, like whenever you create any job requisition, we will select the requisition, right? Like suppose okay, you are saying that I am the approver, but I am going to create a new this one, like job requisition. So that time you are asking, right?
Yeah.
Okay, if that is the case, suppose I am the original approver, like I am also part of the job like route map. So then whoever is part of the route map, if they are creating, it will go pre-approved from their end.
Okay.
It's pre-approved, and whoever is part of like next available approver, then it will go for that person. Suppose I am the hiring manager and I'm going to create a new job requisition from Archer, then it's a pre-approved. Again, I no need to give any approval.
So it will directly go to recruiter.
Recruiter, directly it will go to recruiter. So that is the reason we have a pre-approved.
Correct. Yeah.
If I am not part of, like somebody created, but I am hiring manager and somebody is recruiter, then I'll get a notification to approve that.
Okay.
Okay. So we have that is called, we have originator. Originator is nothing but who is creating. Like if the same originator and the recruiter same, then it will become like a pre-approved job requisition template. Cool. So any doubts, any confusion, just let me know. So this one I have to check it thoroughly, like why this field is not mapping properly. Okay.
So this org chart thing, position thing, is mainly going to be used by the hiring manager.
Yes, this org chart is mainly accessible hiring manager or any senior head, like departmental head or HR department head or hiring managers. Yes, most of the time we will give this permission to hiring managers only.
And we are, as a consultant, RCM consultant, going to create those business rules, create those functionalities and all, right? So that is our responsibility.
Yes, our responsibility is mainly like whenever you talk about position management with your job description template, mainly you are creating the two rules, business rules. That is our main task.
Okay. So there are only two business rules, not more than
Yes,
that.
yes, only two business rules for this. So just only one part to pick the job description template and the second for mapping the fields between these two templates. Only two rules required.
Okay. Okay. So tomorrow we can go like go through one more time to see the output properly.
Yeah, because I have to check that field mapping. So output is coming already. The output is came like only the fields are not mapping because only because of one small data mismatch, like data type not mapped properly.
Right. Right.
Yeah,
Yes.
so that I
Yes.
have to check. That is a big thing. I have to thoroughly check entire business rule. Like I have to check each and every rule, like each and every field I have to understand. So if not, I'll take one another rule like which is correct one. I'll upload it directly. I'll
So
take
Raj,
that.
it's very difficult to write to check all the data types like one by one. What is there in position? What is there in requisition template? So every time, let's say there are 20, 30 fields in position. So if any error is coming, so every time we have to go to the job requisition and check the data type and everything thoroughly.
Yes, of course, we have to do that actually. And
It's a
most of the
time
time,
consuming.
here we have
Yeah.
some sample rules here for this job description. So by default, SAP provide this data. So some first what we'll do, and here you no need to add any 30, 40 fields. Mainly we have some 10 to 15 fields. And also in that also we have standard mappings regularly. For any client, we have some standard mappings. So let's say like this organization like location and hiring manager data should map and division, department, job code, these fields. So apart from this, any other fields, any other custom fields like which I added just before. So if there are any different fields, then we have to check. But of course, as a consultant, we have to thoroughly understand both the template and we have to clearly check which field is we are mapping for, with which template likewise.
Okay, so mostly standard fields would be there in the position, so there would
Yes,
be no error. But whenever we'll try to add any custom field,
yes, the
we
time
might face any
yes.
difficulties, errors. Okay.
Yes. And in real time, you no need to write this much rule also. Even I also don't write this much rule. So we have a sample rule, and we will directly take this rule and we will import it. We will directly upload that rule
So
in
rule is
business.
going to be provided by the like in the workbook. It will be mentioned by the client, or we need to
Not
create
for
by our own.
no, this will not provided by the company client. So this is by default standard process. So this rule you can get it in Google or it will be there in your help documentation also. The same rule is
Okay.
available. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Or else if you have a demo system, you can copy that rule from there and you can paste it in your preview system or production system. That is also possible. No worries.
Okay.
And make sure those titles and these titles are matching. Suppose here in like normally your system will be empty. It's empty system. Like whenever you start your process, like if you're in implementation projects, so that system is totally empty system. So in that empty system, you can copy these rules and you can paste it from anywhere. Like you can copy from your production or you can copy from your demo or you can copy from Google also. You can upload it like that.
Okay.
But if you don't know, suppose if you're copying, uploading, if you're facing any error, so then it's better you go like like how I created data mapping between these.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes, that is a good process actually. Going
That
step
is
by step.
yeah, that is also one easy way. Cool. Okay, guys. So that's for today. So we just try to check this, try to practice, try to access this org chart, and try to create some job requisitions. And if you are okay, then you can create one position also. That is also fine. No problem. Okay. So if you get any doubts or confusions, let me know. So thank you, guys. Have a good day. Bye.
Thank you,
Good day,
Raj.
Raj. Thanks. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Thanks, Raj. Thank you.
Bye.